and welcome back to Master Site. Today I'm going to be going over the KCGT pack and then going through my army. I'll be playing some Ratkin Slaves this upcoming weekend. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So the Kansas City GT this year was going to do something really awesome, and I was really looking forward to. The plan was to have an Airbnb for all the players that sign up. Part of the sign up costs was getting a place to stay in that Airbnb, and then go to just down the street to, I think it was a VFW, where we had everything set up to play games, and then the plan was go back to the Airbnb, hang out, make some food or order in some pizza, play some board games, have fun for the evening. So really excited about that idea. It's Kansas City tournament has always been kind of a smaller event, so this year they were hoping to hit about 20 to 24 players to really pull this off and do it. So unfortunately that didn't quite happen and didn't hit the minimum to do the original Airbnb and the original venue for the event, which we needed probably about 16 guys for, it sounded like. Right now we're actually at closer to 8 to 10 guys, so slight change of plans, but we're still doing an Airbnb. It's a smaller one, and its location has changed to playing our games at a local game store, which was actually the first game store that I did battle reports at. So if you haven't seen those, that was last year in Kansas City. It was a one day, so really great game store though. The venue's going to be awesome, no big deal there. The Airbnb, I'm sure, is going to be great, so still looking forward to it. Unfortunately, we're only going to have 8 to 10 guys for the event, so a lot smaller than we were expecting, and that is kind of part of the reason why I know both Travis, I'm going down with Travis Tim, so Travis and I decided, let's pull out something different. There's no need to really play, one of our own tournament lists. Let's just play something new, have some fun, hang out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna have some fun. I'm really excited for the Airbnb still. There's still gonna be a good, great group of 8 to 10 guys that we're all gonna hang out, have some fun. So as far as the tournament pack goes, and I should say, because of the change of venue, the game store doesn't open until noon on Sunday, so that threw a wrench in the whole schedule and everything. So what's going to happen is we're going to play 3, potentially 4 games on Saturday, and no games on Sunday are planned. We would have access to the venue come noon once they open up, but I don't think any official tournament games are going to be happening at that point. So unfortunate, shrinkage in the tournament itself, but 3 or 4 games with 8 to 10 of us should be plenty. So still looking forward to it. But yeah, with that, the player pack, with 5 games and everything, most of that's pretty much null and void at this point. But it's pretty much just straight out of the book. So 2,300 points, nothing fancy, no special characters, terrain's the same, scenarios are the same. So it's all very basic stuff. We're playing blackjack, so win more is the idea. So don't really need to show any of that. So let's just dive into the awesome Ratkin Slave list that we're going to be playing here. So I am borrowing this army from Tim Lonas, and I don't have any pictures right now, but I'll make sure I get some pictures up for that first battle report to show you guys the army here. So Rat Slaves, we got 3 regiments of warriors, all with the last breath. We have 3 troops of decimators. We have 2 tunnel runner regiments, one with J-boots, the other with sharpness. We have 2 slave drivers, one with the boomstick, the other with diadem of dragon kind. We then have an iron caster with fireball, Golic skin flare, Mother Cries' gore impaler, and the formation, because you got to take all the living legends when you're playing Rat Slaves. You just got to get all the flavor. So in that formation, we got Hammer and Measured Force on the Horde of warriors with last breath that comes with it. 2 more regiments with the last breath as well. And then the Taskmaster on Chariot. So I'm sure not many people have seen Ratkin Slaves or even know what this does. So I'll shortly go over kind of the fun things we're looking for. So for the formation, the Taskmaster on Chariot's really the big thing. So he has the Out of My Way Worm ability. So it's right here. So before you give him an order, I can choose a single friendly core slave unit within 12 inches in line of sight, and I can immediately route my own unit. So basically I just crack the whip, say get out of my way, and I pick up my own unit and it dies. And if it had the last breath upgrade, that activates as normal with any enemy unit I'm engaged in. So yeah, it's going to be a fun little thing. And then, so you'll notice a lot of these Taskmasters and other stuff. We got Rally for Slaves with a lot of the characters here. So also we get Aura Vicious Melee for Slave Infantry. So all of our Slave Warriors are going to have Vicious and Melee with this guy here. So gonna have some fun stuff going around here. So jumping up to another what's called, we'll go Golic here. So again, just touching base on the living legends that you just don't see too much of. So I like Golic. He doesn't have a specific unique rule, but he's a chariot character. Pretty basic. Speed 8, hits on 3, 7 attack. He's fearless, which is great. He gives Rally 2 for our slaves, so he's going to be a really good piece unit to run with the Tunnel Runners, because the Tunnel Runners have the slave keyword, so he'll be giving them Rally. Thunder 2, Crush 1. I wish that was switched, but that's fine. Big thing is he provides dread, and he is very inspiring as well. So he's cool. I like him a lot for the 200 points that he costs. And then Mother Cries' Gore Impaler. So I like this guy quite a bit. It's a fast speed 8, wild charge D3. It gets a good amount of attacks. It has rampage D6 with this as well. It's vicious, crush 2. The big thing that it has going is the battering ram ability. So basically it can overrun from anything and get into another combat, not just individuals. So it can only do it once per turn. But still, if you can get 2 combats out of this bad boy in one turn, that's pretty awesome. So we're going to have some fun, try to set up the Kryza Gore Impaler for some glorious double combats, and we'll go from there. So And then the other thing I've mentioned a couple times is the last breath. So specifically, what is that? So it's very similar to the crystal pendant, where when a unit that has this keyword suffers a rout result, all units engaged with it suffer 2d3 hits at piercing 2. So engaged is the key word there. So you have, it's only enemy units that you can ever be engaged with. So if I'm touching my own friendly unit because of a double charge or something, and they kill one of them, it doesn't actually do damage to any units that it's not engaged with, even if you do happen to be touching them. So, but yeah, 2d3 piercing 2 hits. That's pretty nice. No nerve test is taken, but the idea of the army loosely is all of these infantry blocks are wanting to die, so they're just gonna run forward kind of heedlessly, take some hits, die, explode, and do damage to what killed them. And then the decimators and the characters with some fireball and stuff come in behind and shoot and clean up the trash that was left over. So yeah, it's definitely not gonna actually work like that, but we can hope. So it's all good fun and games in theory until you get on the board and then realize that, well, we're actually gonna have to play a game, and usually wanting your units to die to do damage doesn't actually help win the scenario. So but like I said, we're gonna have some fun. So we got 17 drops, 23 unit strength, which isn't bad when we have a lot of these unit strength 2, even though it's a ton of runners, they're only unit strength 2. So, it's definitely not going to be great when we run into a shooting list, but, hopefully we don't see too many of those in the 8 to 10 man field. But we will try our best nonetheless, and see if we can walk away with a win or two with some underpowered rat slaves that are gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that we get a couple of epic stories of some shenanigans that happen with this army, and yeah, we're gonna do our best to just go for the Hail Mary plays whenever they present themselves. So looking forward to 3 or 4 battle reports with some of these guys, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. So appreciate you guys for watching the preview, and I'll see you in the first battle report.